There's been a lot of hype today about the signing in Bangkok overnight of a new regional trade deal called the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, or R-CEP. Now, we're told it's good, but of course we don't know that for sure. At least we don't know it for some months until the text of the agreement our government has signed is made available. And we also know that the deal at present doesn't include India, who have refused to sign it because they fear the ongoing impact of more and more Chinese imports on India's domestic manufacturing industry. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm all in favour of freer trade. There's no doubt that freer trade improves overall economic welfare. That's why the Fraser government finalised the closer economic relations deal with New Zealand in 1982. The Howard government did the US Free Trade Agreement in 2004, and the Abbott government finalised deals with Korea, Japan and China in 2014 and 15. Combined, these deals cover more than 60% of our trade and have given our exporters the low or zero tariffs that we'd long provided on goods imported into Australia. Now, particularly between countries with comparable standards of living and complementary economies, freer trade is nearly always a win-win situation. But what's not quite so clear is when it comes to freer trade, and the trade is between countries with very different wage rates. One of the reasons why US President Donald Trump is unhappy about the trade relationship with China is because he doubts that cheaper consumer goods from China are always worth the price paid in lost American manufacturing jobs, and the way in which the loss of those jobs has hollowed out the towns and households of Middle America, hence the term the Rust Belt states. And I have to say, it's a question we as consumers should be asking here in Australia too. Then there are the different issues that are raised by these regional deals, like the TPP, minus America, that came into force last year, and this R-CEP agreement, minus India, that's been signed today. Especially for Australia, which already has individual bilateral agreements with China, Japan, Korea, New Zealand, Singapore, Thailand, and just recently Indonesia, countries that are all in this new R-CEP. If we have deals with them all already, then how much does this latest multinational deal really add to our existing trade mix? For me, out of today, there are two really important points to be made. First, these are all deals, I have to say, between sovereign states. When it comes to military protection or economic advantage, there's no doubt it's sovereign states that do the heavily lifting, not global bodies like the UN. And if you look at these trade deals and the recent issues in North Syria around the withdrawal of US troops where the UN was notably absent, you've got to ask, if not economic or security matters anymore, then what is the modern-day role of the United Nations other than to host climate change cocktail parties for celebrity politicians and, of course, 16-year-old Swedish activists? Then there's the fundamental understanding on which freer trade rests, that countries have goods that other countries want to buy. As I said, I'm all for freer trade, but it won't do us here in Australia much good if we don't make or grow high-quality products to sell to the rest of the world, which is why water to grow food and fibre and dams to store the water in, as well as affordable and reliable energy to power our industries, really matters. To put it simply, we've got to get our own manufacturing and agricultural house in better order if we are to really take full advantage of the deal signed today and the others like it.